Okay, test right. So which of the following is not a stringed instrument? Again, direct question. Violin, mandolin, guitar. I think you know the answer, right? Without stringed. Flute. You know the okay. See, mandolin looks like a guitar only. Very close to the strings. Again, Mandolin Srinivas is a very famous artist also, I think. Which of the following were the Badami or Vatapi Chalukyas originally subjects of? So from where they came? From, see, Badami Chalukyas are from where? Karnataka. They're from Karnataka, right? Then Hoysalas also from Karnataka. Kadambis also are from Karnataka. Pallavas and Pandyas, again from Tamil Nadu, right? So which option? A, B? D is the answer, right? So generally, Kadambas ruled from around 3rd to 5th century AD. Very, very important. 3rd to 5th century AD. Later, it was ruled by Hoysalas. And Hoysalas are very famous for your temple architecture, mainly your Halibut. Okay, Halibut is very famous. Belur, okay, Channakeshwar temple in Belur, that is also very famous for Hoysalas as well. They are also from Karnataka only, but later part, from after 5th century onwards, you can see Hoysalas, right? Motion tracker app. Motion tracker app. Again, we studied in the current affairs scheme also. That is by Ministry of Women and the Child Development. 29. When was the Swarna Jayanti Gram Swarojgar Yojana launched by the government of India? See, I said already these kind of things are very, very important. See, Swarna Jayanti Gram Swarojgar. Swarojgar means what? Self-employment program, which was launched in the year 1999. Today you call this scheme as Swarojgar, self-employment. Mahatma Gandhi self-employment ekkada? Unskilled labor kada ichedi. Today what you call this scheme? National Rural Livelihood Mission. NRLM. NRLM. Livelihood Mission. Simply it is the livelihood mission. Okay. We discussed this when we discussed unemployment. In unemployment, we discussed various schemes, right? There we discussed that. In the given main characters of the farming, which is not the character of the Indian commercial farming. So we're talking about Indian commercial farming, whereas slash on burn is your subsistence farming. Use of chemical fertilizers, insecticide, pesticide, high yielding varieties, all comes under your commercial farming. That is your green revolution. Also come under your commercial farming only. Next one, 31st question. On January 26, 1950, India became sovereign. After sovereign what? Okay, the option got answer is here. Okay, sovereign, democratic and republic state and socialist, secular and all they added later. Okay, by 42nd constitutional amendment they added later. Which of the following is not one of the main pillars of Namame Gange program? Okay, launched by the government in the year 2014 as well. They're asking the word not. Sewage treatment infrastructure, yes or no? Yes. Riverfront development, yes. Industrial effluent monitoring, yes. So what's the answer? D. Not is D. River linkage development. The song Teri Mitti is from which of the following movies? I think you know. Some people know. Yes, sir. Very good. Which of the following statement about eutrophication is correct? See, what's the meaning of eutrophication? Again, trough means what? Food. Food means what? We are talking about nutrients. We are talking about nutrients. I'm talking about eutrophication process. So what exactly it means? So it's a process where increase in the nutrients in the water body takes place, later led to the algal blooms as well. So it is means it happens when too much nitrogen enhances the water, causing excessive growth of plants and algae. That is called as eutrophication. Mohammad Yunus, I think he was in the news also. We discussed about Mohammad Yunus a lot of time. Bangladesh, person behind microfinance institutions, father of microfinance institution as well he is. So he established Bangladesh Grameen Bank as well. So what's the answer? D. Bangladesh Grameen Bank. Mainly as a microfinance institutions as well, right? got Nobel Prize as well. In which year did Robert Brown observe the zigzag movement of colloidal particles in a solution? No, this kind of questions, no, only ask in SSC. Nobody will ask this kind of questions. See, when you Robert Brown observed the solution under the microscope, he saw that some particles are moving from one place to another place. They are not stable. In which year? 18, 27. Again, it is static. అది మీరు ఏంటంటే ఓన్లీ ఎస్ఎస్సి వాడు అడుగుతాడు అవి నీకు వేరే వాడు ఎవడు అడగడు సో యూ టేక్ దట్ వన్ విచ్ ఆఫ్ ద ఫాలోయింగ్ ఈస్ నీడెడ్ ఫర్ ద స్కైప్ టు ఫంక్షన్ ఆన్ ఏ కంప్యూటర్ సో స్కైప్ ఫంక్షన్ అంటే ఏమేమి కావాలి కెమెరా ఉండాలి మైక్రోఫోన్ ఉండాలి స్పీకర్ ఉండాలి సో 1 2 3 ఏముంది అందులో విచ్ ఈస్ బై ఫార్ ద క్లోజెస్ట్ డ్వార్ఫ్ ప్లానెట్ ఆర్బిటింగ్ ద ఓన్లీ 2.8 times ఎర్త్ డిస్టెన్స్ ఆల్రెడీ డిస్కస్ దిస్ ఇన్ ద ఫిజికల్ జాగ్రఫీ క్లాస్ ఆన్సర్ ఇస్ వాట్ సిరియస్ what is a pro star always said no, it's not completely a star just it is maturing the star growing developing an early stage of star formation no not we cannot say the early stage of star formation so pro star always star has been about to form a cloud of dust orbiting the planet no a fully formed star no what's the answer none of the above the default width of the column in ms excel is anybody the default width in ms excel how many characters you can accommodate in one cell in ms excel ఒక దాంట్లో ఎన్ని పడతాయి పదాలు but the ideal that depends upon the font also how much font you are maintaining here the ideal is the default font is 11 here 11 font లో పెట్టాలి size 11 లో పెట్టాలి okay then your answer is 8 characters that is default అంటే మీరు either you can increase or decrease you can increase the font decrease the font that depends again characters will be adjusted but by default they are asking so by default it is around 8 characters which of the following statement is correct about the 5-year plan all 5-year plan equal rate of growth no the 5 plan was constituted in 1951 no it was constituted in 1950 so this is also wrong the first 5 plan was started in 1951 yes that's the correct one which country virtually hosted the 4th BIMSTEC disaster management exercise Bangladesh okay so Mahatma Jyotiba Phule published in 1873 what is that one Gulam Giri very very important which of the following parts of the Indian Constitution is declared as the Magna Carta of India fundamental rights Magna Carta part 3 of the Constitution Hampi Utsav, which is celebrated in the Karnataka, is also a dash, the festival that captures pomp, splendor, and glory of the historical period of Karnataka, is celebrated over the week. Huh? Vijaya Utsav, Vijayapura, Vijaya Utsav. Nehru Institute of Mountaineering is located in? I think we discussed this one. Huh? Himachal Pradesh, huh? Go through that. I didn't remember this where it is. We didn't discuss this in the forestry. Okay, anyway, Nehru Institute of Mountaineering, direct question from Uttarakhand, it was given. Which of the following dances developed in the monasteries of Assam? I think this, you can easily answer it. Anyway, what is the answer? D, because Kuchipudi, Kathak, okay, again Bharatanatyam, you can see here. Again, what is the answer? This, where it is performed, Satarian? Sorry. Kathak, North India. Who has the power to regulate the right of citizenship of India? President or Parliament? Parliament, yes, by passing an act, they can regulate. Good. In which year has India hosted the Asian Games for the first time? I think this also last time. 1951. I think last exam did not know question. Who among the following was the author of Brihat Katha Kosha? Brihat Katha Kshemendra. Yes, very good. Kshemendra, Brihat Katha Kosha, Brihat Katha Manjari, Brihat Katha Kosha, and all this by this person. Very good.